These white people, they know how to market everything. They have been marketing many years. Everything they do is marketing. Jesus, that is marketing. To show everybody a picture to see somebody is white is a Jesus. That is marketing. First African country to do that.
Not only the power of marketing, but the psychology of marketing. Yes. And this blueprint has been laid out for us since we were born. If you really think about everywhere you are, everything you've seen, some of the actions you've taken is because of marketing. What we're doing here with this platform and all of our other platforms is using those principles to market yourself. So talk about that because it's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to the Rubasha Family Podcast. We are here with another special episode, actually a very quick episode. This is going to be a quick 10 to 15 minute episode. We have actually the first time in our history a Instagram live on Instagram for the people who can see the in behind the scenes of what we do here at the Rubasha Family Podcast, creating family conversations, enjoying life. You guys can see it's a bit of a different aesthetic. We got the football jerseys, Liverpool, Rwanda, and Dad.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. My bad, guys. And we released a small podcast episode where Dad, with his lovely Arsenal kit, talked about how Rwanda has changed the world, you know, and the perception of Africa.
In the marketing.
In marketing. It's a huge thing. So, yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, and as I say, this comes from, I was watching a game. It comes from excitement. No one, I think I never think about it. But when I was sitting, it was Manchester City and Arsenal. And the Crusaders pop up, visit Rwanda. And then I realized, wow, that is powerful. That is really what called power of marketing. And then also change the perception of Africa. Rwanda is a small country. We don't have too many athletes. We don't have soccer players who play maybe EPL or... No, we don't have many. I don't think we have it. Maybe we could have some professionals who play in Belgium, but it's low. There is no that high level. But now, how else was going to be known? How else they were going to bring their name there? It's power of marketing. This marketing, these white people, that is the head they have to us. They know how to market everything. They have been marketing many years. Everything they do is marketing. I can even give example when they bring teachers Bible, teaching Jesus. That is marketing. To show everybody a picture to see somebody is white is a Jesus. That is marketing. Every person in Africa will have that picture wherever you follow, wherever thing there. So what they did is to think as a small nation like that to bring known and name. Look, this Arsenal is the best team in Europe. You know, the fans that they...
Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought of starting a podcast? I know it's a scary thought at times. Where do I start? What equipment do I use? How do I produce a whole show? Maybe you're someone out there who loves yourself and loves the message in who you are and how you're spreading your unique gifts out to the world. But you just need a platform to do it on. You need a platform for people to be able to go and hear your unique and valuable story and how you're impacting people's lives. Well, here at the Rubasha Family Podcast, we're really proud to be able to use podcasting to change the world. We have been doing this and it has changed our life. For us to be able to market and be able to tell our stories of people around us and the way it's impacting and adding value to people's lives. You are that person. You have that gift. You have that talent. And that gift and talent needs to be seen. It needs to be heard. Your downfalls, your amazing moments, your business needs to reach more people. That is what we do here at the Rubasha Family Podcast. So for a select few, we can have you as a guest on our show. For me as the host to ask you questions about what you do. This is a skill, creating this content, being able to film, produce it. It is a valuable skill that we have learned and we want to utilize that to help as many people as possible. So you'd have me as your host, ask you questions, get to know you and your business and how to build up your personal brand. We're then able to market and repurpose content from the podcast on all platforms, including your network. So if you really want to be in touch, if you want to be a guest on our show and be able to use marketing material from this valuable podcast, from your valuable story out to more people, we have that available. If you need help and assistance in publishing and producing your own podcast and just don't know how to go about it, how to do it, and you need that assistance, we provide that service as well. Being able to fully produce, edit, and publish your podcast on all networks. And maybe you just need a consultation call, some help in order to, how can you go about this strategy? Strategic ways into thinking on how you can use your podcast as a funnel for your business. You could use the podcast as a funnel for your personal brand, for people to know the face, for people to know your amazing story. If just one person can be impacted from your story, that is what matters. This is something that 100, 200 years from now, your legacy will be remembered by. So the link in the bio, there is a form for you to fill out. Go out there, fill out the form, and we'll get you started on how we can help your personal brand today.
You can see pop up. Everybody go has that question. What does thing there? So but people have to know Rwanda is sponsoring arson. See, people think, oh, while we are poor, we can sponsor. No, this is a business platform. Because you are poor doesn't mean you can't do business. You see, you have to evolve. You have to start from somewhere. So now, the majority of people, they think, oh, Africa always is just everything, it's just charities, it's just helping poor. No, they don't want to uplift us. They don't want to think why do things there. But it's good. I think many people have seen it, but it's so good. I'm so proud to feel Rwanda to see, you know, and as good as my team. And then my country of birth to sponsor it, it's a special.
But like, it's so true, because when people think of Africa, you think it's poor, you think third world country. And I think something that's very interesting, we talked about it the other day, like a lot of the marketing, sometimes of just having players. So for example, Son, you know, the impact that has, just him playing there, no sponsors, nothing, but Son Heung-min playing for Tottenham, South Korea, it has impacted South Korea in so many positive ways, you know, like, and so that's how, like, a lot of that has happened, you know, Nigerian, Ghanaian players in Africa, it's quite popular. But for Rwanda to do something so powerful, I was talking to these German guys here, we have an Airbnb here, and we have German guys staying, and we announced that it's on Bayern Munich. They didn't even know that Rwanda was a country. So do you know how many people have seen this visit Rwanda? They didn't even know Rwanda was a country.
Yeah, even PSG, you know, is thing there. So, and then for me, as we don't know how many in terms of maybe money or marketing is bringing back to the country, but at least it's good. For us, we're just talking mental, awareness, perception, you know, to put everybody, that is a question, because people watch that league. The whole world watched that Premier League. It was so smart. It's some things. And you look at the country, they'll be shocked to see that. We have a country like Nigeria, they're so Wales, South Africa, or Kenya, or whatever. Most they have been having players playing in APL League. They have a lot of to market it, and they know. But no one has put that idea in it. Rwanda, we change, we are ahead of other nations in terms of marketing. And now, if you're marketing things now, nice there, and they have a lot of maybe work to do for tourism, for any other things there. But to put the name there first is powerful. It's powerful.
And you mentioned other African countries, not even Australia. Not even, can you imagine Australia?
I don't even any other country has done that. I'm not sure, maybe we can find out.
I mean, so you have like for example, Emirates Smart. It's the national airline, which is a good move for the country, but not really a country.
Not really a country. Yeah, maybe even Qatar. But it's similar because also Rwanda, it's more tourism things there. Yeah, maybe Qatar. Yes, they did. Yes,
like you see,
it's a similar Qatar.
Similar, yeah.
But that is first African country to do that.
And it's powerful.
And when you look at the economy, everything there, it's still growing country. But it's growing with smart idea. This is a smart idea. This is the century idea that's happened in Africa. You see, in Africa, we don't invent anything. We don't do anything. Everything is just important. But to do this, I think the best idea we have ever done. Yes. Other things we learn, building, construction, every other development they go to come. But to have this idea to market, it's a good.
So let's talk about that, because I've also, made YouTube videos. What we're in, it's marketing, personal brand. Let's talk more about marketing, because you said something. You said the white man, the white man, from what they've done from very early doors, was learned not only the power of marketing, but the psychology of marketing. Yes. And this blueprint has been laid out for us since we were born. If you really think about everywhere you are, everything you've seen, some of the actions you've taken is because of marketing. And for example, someone like myself, what we're doing here with this platform and all of our other platforms is using those principles to market yourself. So talk about that, because it's powerful.
Yeah, so even now you look now, because you're talking about football. So when you talk about football, now when you go back home, local league, they can have supporter, the same you have supporter, Arsenal, Liverpool, everything there. So they are marketed their league. He came back home, he brainwashed. We can't watch our local games. We can't have time to pull the money in this, our local game. We have talent, we have something there. So that's how powerful it is. When you go weekend, especially in Kenya or Rwanda, wherever, when there is a game, everything starts. Women, they can't find a husband. Everybody is watching EPL. Even if they're in the house, there is Arsenal is there. And Monday, people, they can talk about European League, live in Africa, and there's something we've ever seen that. The radio, the national radio, everything there. Monday, sport, there's nothing else they talk. They could have 2 minutes for the local league or everything there. But the other things there, you see, that is a powerful marketing. They keep watching it. They keep doing it. And then that's why even if they buy like an African players, everything there is part of marketing, because that player come to play in Europe, everything is there. See, that is how they know how to do that. You see, we pay all this advertisement for them. We see all the television, everything there. For millions of Africans watch the game. And they know African will have football. They know we love the game. So now to bring the game into our television, to bring something there, who make the money? The marketing company. Yes.
Marketing. I was watching a documentary, the David Beckham documentary. And, Beckham at the time was a big player. So they asked the Real Madrid president, what was the real reason you signed David Beckham? He made me laugh. He sat there, he said, what was the real reason you signed Beckham? He said, looked at the camera, he said, our revenue figures doubled 300%. Yes. Our revenue figures doubled. And Real Madrid, of course, they were always a big club, Galacticos, but you see the hype around Beckham, the English, the way they like to...
The media.
He saw, I need to sign this player. He called Beckham, he said, what can we do to have you? Because he knew the marketing. And then the players were saying, we were doing tours, pre-season tours in countries we've never gone before. They were looking at him and said, we have to do more work because of you. But you see that. You see the power of marketing. If we get this player, we can now...
Yes. So now when you look back home, our games, our local game, does it know that? Can we copy Europe to market their local games? They do think there. Look the gap. These kids who are playing in Europe, there's many talent we can bring everywhere around the world to play everywhere. But teams, there are billions. Those they are kids, they're somebody kids, they train the football, they play football, you see. And there's other leagues all the Europe. But do we learn from it to do that local home? See, every club home can have a judge to sponsor them. You do things there. See, this club, they are there because of all this sponsor.
You gotta go? Yeah.
Yeah, so this club, they are there for sponsoring. So we should learn that our league is not going to be bigger until we learn how these other things there. Otherwise, you see, Europe, they don't care. If all we watch European game, they don't care if we still have local tournament, everything there. No, because we watch on television, everything there, everything get paid. We are millions, we're fanatic, we do things there. But for me, it's good to bring that visit to Rwanda. I think they could have this in their mind. So there's no way they can have to do there, and which can't copy back home, especially the club in any other Africa. So I'm not sure even they have. I don't know, maybe South Africa could be the biggest league in Africa. So I don't know if Rwanda also, they market there, everything there, but it was smart to go to Europe.
Yeah, and just to finish it off, I think, like you're saying, the local, they can do that, you know what I mean? And nowadays, because of the way social media is, you know, doing things like behind the scenes, how it is, and posting it on all these platforms, you can really market your league, because at the end of the day, everyone benefits through marketing. The sponsors benefit, the bars, the thing, but it's an effort.
You create the talent of kids, the player playing there, pay them good money, at least good wages. They make it a bit more professional. Look the money this club they owns, billion pounds. One player he get paid, I don't know how much money it could be. Half, he could buy like 5 teams in Africa thing there to play there. You see, it's a power of understanding. It's the change. But Rwanda changed the perception. That is the first thing I think they did, perception, to see, wow, visit Rwanda. That is history. That is some things you do think there. But when you look in Africa community itself, generally, no one thinks that they might. Maybe they do. I haven't heard for much, but I hope everybody admires it. Maybe other countries also, they can just follow it up. Yes, because that we are not going to continue always to be begging. See, even if you beg, but do something, do action. You see, of course, like I think the government of British give some money to Rwanda, but yes, it doesn't stop you to invest on yourself. Invest in some things which they can bring the things. Maybe you go to work out to see in terms of financial, if they has bring something for the tourism, so that we don't know. But for me, it was just emotions and to be Rwandan and they just to support.
So guys, what you can take from this quick episode, obviously the power of what Rwanda have done, but for yourself, you know, in whatever you're trying to do, you have one life to live. How can you market yourself out there in the world? How can you market your message? How can you market your brand? How can you market your company? You know,
this is what you're doing.
What we're doing.
Also, we're marketing ourselves. We're marketing Rubasha Family Podcast, and that's how the world has been happening, I think.
Yeah. Every day I wake up, some new person has got to see the Rubasha Family Podcast. We're doing an Instagram live. Like, this is what we have to do. The blueprint has been laid out for us. So that's just a message we want to give to the people. Market yourselves. Quick episode for you guys, and we'll see you on the next episode. Yeah.
Thank you.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thumbnail.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.